Hello, and welcome to the Patreon exclusive edition of Black, White, and Red All Over, where the serial killers are playing in the shop. I'm the hardest working man in comics, Victor Dandridge. You guys are terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
No, like really, that's like it's got to be, if it's not a warning sign, like we found out earlier that when you remove the lower half of a body, there's a term for it.
Yes. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. We also found out that there's a term for it when you mix chocolate and mac and cheese and eat it.
Delicious!
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Oh.
Well, Rye survived the right mixing concoction. Others were not so fortunate. I didn't do it. Don't even look over here. Don't even do that, okay? But on this week's episode, we're going to spoil The Batman's Grave, written by Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch, inks with Kevin Nolan, and colors by Alex Sinclair, which is an all-star team. Can we just, wow?
Let's take a moment, and if you haven't caught the pre-show, Vic, why don't you explain exactly why Hitch and Ellis are perfect for writing a Batman story?
So I gushed, and I don't even know, like, had you put that together? Had you even thought about that? Oh my God.
And then when you said it, I'm just like...
Right? So there's a character, you might have heard of him, called the Midnighter. Obviously the Batman analog, premiered in the pages of Stormwatch, became a prominent member of the Authority, got bought, put into DC proper with the whole Wildstorm stuff. This team is his daddy, okay? Like, Ellis and Hitch, they created Midnighter. So the notion of them getting on the Batman...
Amazeballs.
I don't even have words, okay?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be one of the coolest things in the world. Warren Ellis is one of the greatest writers of our time. Mm-hmm. Smarter than smart. Crafty. The dude is crazy great with his storytelling. Hitch, legend. Do we need to talk about it? Like, name a title that he doesn't move the needle on, okay? Like, let's keep it 100. So, yeah, those two together on Batman.
Sold.
And I'm upset because I didn't realize that Warren was writing this. I knew little things.
Yeah, they didn't hammer away at the, like, hey, everybody, this is the Batman book you need to be picking up. Like Tom King's going to be leaving main Batman. Here's a 12-issue series written by Ellis, drawn by Hitch.
For the next year, we got you. Don't even worry about it. And that's if this book comes out totally on time.
Which?
It could or could not. Who knows? So...
The cover by itself is just amazing.
It's beautiful. It doesn't...
Because it's got, like, homages to different... Like, there's Two-Face, there's Ivy.
There's so many different things here, and it's just wonderful. Just flat out.
Yeah.
The color palette, just everything. So, we start off with... What a grand opening, really. Alfred leaving Wayne Manor. A classic vision of Wayne Manor at that. Like, it's so funny... Wayne Manor is this thing that is just like, oh, it's a rich person's house.
Yeah.
But there are certain iterations where you're like, no, that's what Wayne Manor looks like. Yeah. Like, that's it. And he's leaving the building, leaving the grounds, kind of, and going to a sacred grave site that features 3 graves.
That's, imagine being able to...
I can't, dude. When I first saw this, I was like, is this like an alternative thing where, like, that's what this is about? No, in this world, Thomas and Martha Wayne have already died, obviously, but they were so prepared for life's end that they had actually built a plot for Bruce already.
Yeah.
So it's like a headstone that has like a birth date and just not an end date.
Which is so...
Just staring you in the face. Like, this is probably...
Imagine being a kid.
Right, like knowing that you're going to die because your parents have already bought your grave.
Because you can walk and visit your parents' graveside at any point. And
right.
You know as a child you're going to do that. And then just right there's yours.
Right.
Like,
no, worse is if they did this before they died. Can you imagine that?
Oh my god.
What if he went there the day before or the day of they were going to go to the movies? And then like...
There's planning your estate. And
right. Like, come on, guys. They could have left that off.
Yeah.
The marker, man. Like, that's just something that's delivered when the time comes. You didn't have to... Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, he's, meticulously cleaning it, tending to it. It's a nice little garden area. It's very serene. Like, as far as final resting places go, it's kind of legit.
What I love about it also is that as you're looking...
Yeah.
There's room enough for those 3. So
That's
if
it.
Bruce were to get married and have kids,
Oh well, forget them. Okay, they ain't real Waynes.
You gonna be
know what I'm
Batman.
saying? Whatever. You gonna be Batman, dog. You ain't getting no kids. Ain't no babies in your future. Is this not a poster?
This is a poster. This is another one of those moments where DC doesn't have posters at the comic shop level. You do. You just haven't printed them yet.
Yo, I'm gonna keep that so 100. It is now my goal to have a 2-page spread in the book, and as a sense of marketing, I'm gonna send that to comic shops as a poster, and just be like, "Yo,
there you go.
This is coming in that book that I just sent you." Would that not move the needle?
Right. You create this. Yeah. The Batman's Grave.
Right.
New by Warren Ellis. Right. Like it's even.
Boom! Right here, right here. I'm just saying, it's glorious, absolutely gorgeous. Batman looking over Gotham. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. So then we see 2 guys that are going to see a movie. At first, I was like, "Yo, how well did they plan this?"
Yeah.
Because clearly, the Joker just came out last weekend, and it's 2 guys walking around with their young daughter, talking about seeing a scary movie featuring a clown. And I'm like, now, look,
Did it happen to time up?
because that would be some planning.
Yeah.
That would be some meticulous, scary planning, especially considering some of the reviews from Joker. Nah. But then he goes on to say about the clown ate a kid's face. So then I started thinking, well, maybe it's it.
It's gotta be it.
It's got to be
It's
it.
gotta be.
Which, considering that there was it, granted, we did have chapter 2 just drop not that long ago, but there's enough span of that where I'm like, okay, they were talking about it. Whoever thinks about it with a relief? Like, is that weird? I think that might be weird. I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
Only in Gotham.
I know.
Like I was just the demonic clown.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right
cool.
as rain.
So as they're walking, they get called into an alleyway at gunpoint by 2 thugs that seem to have a twinish capability here, and it's interesting. Like, they know that one of the guys is a cop.
Yeah.
And that's why they went after him. It wasn't just like a, hey, you over here.
Random.
Psst.
Yeah.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? No, it's like, officer.
They knew by name. Like that's the thing. That's when it's coming home.
Right.
And that's 2 lines crossed.
100%. Because I'm with my family, and you're going to call me out by name knowing who I am?
Yeah.
Come on. But
Batman shows up.
yeah, he does. Dudes are instantly regretting this whole interaction. Like, not a happy time for them at all. Another poster opportunity. He makes short work of these 2 guys, but brutal work. He makes sure that when they wake up, they know that they've been in a fight, and that crime is not the thing for them. You know,
This one dude eating mashed potatoes is going to be difficult.
man, super difficult, and a constant reminder: keep his hands to himself. What I love though is that the officer's like, "Hey, were you following us?" That's good cop stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that was a moment where I was like, "Yo, he's a good cop."
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, it's cool that you saved me and all, but how did you know we were down here?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Did you know this was going to happen and you're just waiting?
Right. Like, what's up with that? Batman says, just passing by, perhaps you'll call the police. That made me laugh.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Maybe you won't. Maybe they'll just wake up. I don't know. Whatever.
I did my bat duty.
And I'm out. He swings away, and he gets a call while in the Batmobile. And I thought this is how I knew that what we were about to read is something truly special.
Yeah.
A look inside Batman. And we've had plenty of books that do that, but not like this. And that's got to be the hardest thing to do after 80 years.
Yeah.
How do you find a new angle?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Leave it to Warren Ellis, who is an amazing writer.
Right. Alleyways and cinemas, sir. You may as well leave business cards behind for your stalkers.
Alfred. Oh, you truth-speaking bastard. He's got a bunch of good needles in this one.
He does. But like, the notion of the reason why Batman happened to be passing by is because it was an alleyway by a movie theater.
Yeah.
How perfect. How perfect. And of course, all Bats can say is, I'm heading back.
Yeah.
And he's like, an individual has been calling 911 for the last 4 hours. It's one of those nights when the police are simply putting callers on hold. One of those nights? Too many of those still. Now, the theory that was just leveled here makes that even more poignant, because that's such a specific, out of all the people, all the calls that could be relayed, this one. So let's... Okay. You're 10 minutes away from the location. It's an unexplained death. How do you know that?
Right. Because...
Like,
oh, wow, yeah.
see? Look, when it happens, when your brain opens up and you realize what just was told to you right then and there that no one else knows. No one else knows. Ah! Okay. We're gonna keep going.
Oh, man.
Dude, that's when it was said, I was like,
yeah, because
that's messed up.
'Cause when Batman shows up and he's talking to the two people that called, so did he. They ain't picking up.
Right.
So yeah.
So they're like, Vince in 4C. No one's seen him in 3 days. Door's locked and there's a smell through his door. Batman says, what smell? Ugh. It smells like mac and cheese made with chocolate.
The smell of birth. Or the smell of death.
However you want to look at it. Rotten meat, eggs, crap. You know the smell. I know the smell.
And there's a story.
Dude, when he admits to Batman, like, yo, I know what that smells like. It's a story, but it's also like Gotham, yo. Like, it's just one of those things like, why does anyone live here? Like, this is the worst place ever. Old man says, somebody always sees him come in and out every day, but we knew he was going back to work. 3 days, though, that ain't right. Does he have any visitors? He's got a social worker. He got a friend. He got someone from his old office. What were they like? Names?
Detective.
My man says, Vince didn't do names. The social worker sees a bunch of people in this building. Can't miss him. Looks like someone put an epileptic fit in a pair of bad shoes.
That's just
I
messed up.
see that person.
That's just
I
messed
literally see that person. Like, wow, he just described someone's whole life. Office lady was the motherly type, like she was helping him along. Friend was a fancy dude, little mustache, talking real quiet and calming. Come on. It's messing with you.
I can't unsee
It's messing
it now.
with you.
I can't
it's messing
unsee
with
it
you.
now.
I know it is.
And it'll mess with you here. Just keep watching.
Yeah. You looked out for him. Batman's statement. Like, this is what you did. His mother and the old man, he had some bad times. Nobody else going to look out for anybody here. He's like, all right, go back inside. I'll take care of him now. It's done.
Yeah.
Alfred, who's in apartment 4C? Give me a moment. Vincent William Stanek.
That's so messed up.
Right?
I'm about to bypass. And Batman says to Alfred, I'm about to bypass the locks on his apartment. That is such a...
I'm about to bypass. Yo, dog, you're breaking in, okay?
It's such a corporate term.
It is. Like, I'm about to bypass. You're about to pick the locks.
I'm going to escalate my entry process.
I'm going to facilitate entrance without his knowledge or permission, okay? This is what it is. Inside, there's a man sitting wrong ways on a pull-out bed couch.
Which is probably the most messed... Like, it's not even the fact that when you look at him, his face has been cut off. It's that he's laying down the wrong way on one of those fold-out.
That's the thing that's worse. Like, his feet are at the head of this thing.
Yeah.
Uncouth, man. Uncouth. Not even all right. So, yeah, like... Oh, God,
he's got
so
all these clippings from Batman stories in newspapers
Yeah.
and magazines, photos.
All on the walls.
Yeah, it looks like this dude either believes in like conspiracy theories or he himself is just an obsessive
100%. 100%. Batman pulls out a device, running emulator scan. This is some genius tech.
Yeah.
Yo. He's like, this could be 5 years worth of material. He's taking note. Hands have been cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
Sink is clean. The killer sanitized the scene. Nothing I can take a print or touch DNA off.
which is crazy. Like this
Well thought out.
killer knew.
Right.
Like, think about that. Did they do it just because, well, are the Gotham police going to give a crap, number one?
That's one.
If they do give a crap, are they equipped to deal with this? Or will they even, like, this is some dude
Yeah.
who's just dead
Right.
in Gotham.
Or were all these moves made to stop Batman?
Right, which is that next level.
That
Who
is
would
that-
think that? Or,
Who would know?
yeah. Yeah, because Batman's going to show up. Why is Batman going to show up?
Thoughts.
We'll get there.
So he speed dials Gordon's office. Someone else answers the phone. Officer Franciscus.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to give you the address of is it decedent? Decedent?
That one took me
Decedent?
a second. Decedent.
Decedent.
'Cause
Oh, okay.
I
That's
was
not a
like,
word I see very often.
Descendant.
Right. And I'm like,
I mean, he's
decedent.
descended from somebody.
Right. Like, clearly.
No, descended to the grave.
What a good word. Decedent.
There's so much smart stuff. In
Yeah, man. Ellis. Scene is preserved. You need to send a bus out here. Scene is preserved. Like, he's given, like, all the right details. It's crazy. So...
This Batcave is just stupid. It looks so cool.
Oh, God. Drives home, gets out, goes upstairs into the manor to find Alfred listening to music.
Yeah.
Sitting back, I mean, shirt undone, tie undone.
You don't
he
see
got no shoes on, man.
I don't know if we've ever seen Alfred drawn at this level of...
Casual? I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah, because he's not, like, in casual clothes. He's just like... F it.
Dude, he is clocked out. Like,
Yeah.
minute to skim it style, like clocked out. Like but yeah, Bruce is like, what are you listening to, man? And he's like, Peter Warlock, British classical composer, bit of a black magician, used to ride around the countryside, start naked on a motorcycle. Okay.
This is such a, like, Warren Ellis would, like...
Only Warren. Something like that. Or it's like a love letter to all, British United Kingdom writers, and they're like, yeah, I know what that is. And he's like, and you're drinking. Not a question, it's a statement.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, like, in this particular iteration, is that something Alfred is known to do?
Right.
Or if it's more of a statement of shock, like, you're drinking.
You're drinking.
Like, what happened?
He says, you should have one, Master Bruce. It makes you sleep easier. Makes me sleep easier. Why does he need to sleep easier, people? What's bothering you, Alfred? Me, you, us, this, long nights. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's bothering me. Some nights, all I see is an old soldier helping a very rich man to leave his mansion at night in his expensive car to visit horrible beatings upon poor people.
Truth. Like, I mean, drunk Alfred has ripped away all of the mystique of Batman. All of, like, oh yeah, he's roughing up the perps. Is he?
Nope. I'm this dude that I'm an old soldier who's helping Mr. Richie Pants beat up on some poor folk. Like, dang.
Bruce tries to be dismissive.
That's not what we do, Alfred.
Isn't it? like that's perfect. Just 2-word question, isn't it?
Right?
It might have been easier for you to buy Gotham City.
Pause. Let that sink in. Alfred in his criticism just hit one of the hardest truths I think I've ever heard for Batman. Forget anything and everything. It might have been easier for you to just buy Gotham.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't stop there.
Instead, you scratch away at it every night. Impoverished people forced into crime or suborned by gangsters. What a good word.
Yeah.
Suborned. Oof. With not 100th of your own resources. A bunch of people who can't come close to touching what you do.
Right.
Forced into this life.
You're being completely broke. You're living in that same apartment where you learn what the smell of death is, and then Riddler's like, I need you to do this job.
Or I'm going to kill you.
You don't have a choice. I mean,
you think there's a choice.
According to Bruce, they have choices.
They have choices.
It's not that cut and dry. It's not.
He's like, it'd be easier just to kill them all. I'm a soldier. Flat out. And you understand this. He's like, it's true. I'm a soldier. When I was serving, I fought for my life and for my values. It's not murder. It's self-defense. What is he justifying right now?
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me. What really worries me, Master Bruce, is that you work in a war zone and you're the only one who doesn't bloody know it.
Everybody else is willing to kill.
Why aren't you? You got this whole fantasy thing going on, but you are literally at war right now.
Yeah.
It's not the game that you should be playing. Bruce, of course, brushes it off. I have to get to work. That unexplained death. Using the same terminology that was told to him before.
It's not yes, it is unexplained in the sense you don't know who killed him.
Right.
But when you look at the scene, there's no way. Like, is it a suicide? I don't.
No. I'm going to call that a no. Okay? 100% no. And here we go. Here we go again. Can't you just get into the head of the killer like those detectives on television? Seems much easier.
I can't think like a killer, Alfred. I can only think like a victim. How long's Batman been around? 80 years?
Yep.
And it's difficult to find new and fresh ways to look at a character that's been around this long. And Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch are like, oh, by the way.
Hold my beer. Hold my Guinness. Let me show you. You're awesome American superhero. Two guys from England. Just
let's show you.
Let me just lay this out for you. You immerse yourself in the dead, Master Bruce, and you come back each time a little less alive. The only thing your grave is missing is a date.
And it's so true because it like multiple senses. At some point, something's going to kill Batman.
Yes.
The gravestone that has been in his family's yard for how, like, we don't know how long.
It's rough. It's rough. All right, so Batman puts the device on, and he's in this room where it creates a recreation of the room that he was in. Total picture, body, everything, but in the simulated space. He can
think. He can look. He can try to immerse himself in this world of this Vince person, and talk himself through it. It's so brilliant. And just so he starts going through.
Yeah. Every 15 minutes, this guy would put in a note in a journal about what he was doing, what he was thinking. A lot of it becoming this obsessive piece on Batman, looking at who he was or who he is and why. Nightfall, what happens when he falls? Like, all these deep questions.
Who is he? More than one man?
Right?
Just a thought?
I mean, that makes sense. This is crazy. So this gentleman, Vincent William Stanek, left the Gotham City District Attorney's Office 5 years ago following a mental breakdown. So he was high stature. Mm-hmm. Like,
he was a somebody.
Right. Possibly someone that Bruce had encountered at one point or another. Lost everything. Ended up in that rented apartment. When did he become obsessed with the Batman, and why? These are such great detective points for Batman. Like, it's so fascinating to see him try to do this.
Yeah, and he, looking at it from the two possible angles of, was it the obsession that caused the breakdown, or was it a symptom of something else?
Right.
Because then you can be like, did somebody kill you because of this?
Right.
It's so...
Is your obsession with Batman a repercussion of your breakdown? Yeah. Did I do this to you? Like, what? So many things. It says, no, you started thinking about the Batman after your therapy and medication began to help. Your job was chaos, the failures of the Gotham justice system, the lack of information, the constant threat. The Batman represented some kind of stability to you. So I was a comfort. Notice again where it was only in this one moment did he say I, and everything else it was the Batman.
Yeah.
Like it's a separate person.
Yeah.
The Batman's a criminal, but he has a clear plan and a clear process and a set of tools. That acknowledgement is so huge. The Batman is a criminal.
He is.
No argument, no defense, not trying to justify. It is what it is. I write every day about this, surrounding the Batman as a metaphor for the way I can get a grip on my life and work. I can come back to life. Now it seems as though he's projecting, right? Like he's being Vincent in this moment.
Yeah, because now... in his mind's eye, so when he starts in it, he's wearing PJs.
Right.
PJ pants, black tank top, which he may have stolen from the two people he beat up in the alley earlier.
Possible.
And now he's wearing a suit.
Right.
Like a real nice suit.
The same suit that the guy is wearing.
Yeah.
He says, I get up every day and I dress as if I'm going into the office and I'm preparing for a return to work. I'm dressing correctly and becoming professional again. I write in my journal every event, every thought. So even though this guy's been out of the office, he's getting up every day trying to prepare himself to go back, which I think is great. I check every thought for signs of damage, tracking my return toward normal life.
Yeah.
Again, very obsessive, but meticulous, needed maybe?
Yeah.
I start leaving my apartment. I make a friend. His name is Ed. He is lonely, I think. I record the extra coffee mug I buy for when he visits.
So there's a budding friendship, like a real relationship starting.
Right. He enjoys classical music. We talk about legal ethics and Hungarian movies. He dresses well in an eccentric way. So this is a person of culture, interest.
See, this is where I'm like, is it one Ed or is it another
There's
Ed?
a lot of Eds out here. I'm going back to work next week. Ed says he's coming to visit tonight with a good luck gift.
Is he?
Nobody has given me a gift in 5 years. I cry whenever I think about this. Ed may be the best friend I've ever had. That's over his wife, over everything. Like,
It hurts. Like, it hurts. Like, I feel bad for this Vince dude. He was just another victim of Gotham and what it does to even good people.
Here's where things get like super deep and creepy in a way. He takes the projection of being Vincent even further to where now he is literally the dead Vincent.
Yeah.
And he says, I fought. Of course I fought. I just got my life back. You cleaned my hands. You rearranged my clothes. You laid me down carefully. I was your friend. You killed me, but I was your friend.
Yeah. And that's, like, even if Ed the entire time was stalking.
Right.
And he's like, I'm going to kill you. You're the person I'm going to kill. That sentiment of, I was your friend. Like, I cared about you.
Right.
I did this. Like, it's...
Yeah, because it wasn't just a matter of what you were projecting me to be. It was what I had determined I was for you. And that's cerebral. You've killed before. You've killed like this. It's too specific. It's a compulsion or a love. Did you take anything? Serial killers have trophies, but I was your friend.
Yeah.
You didn't take anything. You had to kill me, but you couldn't steal from your friend.
Which makes you wonder, why?
Right.
So he did care for him.
Right. Like it was definitely a mutual affection. But you need a trophy. You need to have something from me. What did you want from me, aside from what I freely gave to you? What did you want? Bruce hits a milestone. Something clicks. He says, oh my God, and drops a notebook full of all these different thought things. He's figured out something.
Yeah, because that's the thing. He stole the notebook from the crime scene.
He comes upstairs out of the cave. Alfred, I have to... Oh, how long was I thinking? Because Alfred is gone. Yeah. The space has been cleaned up. Alfred's not there.
Sun's coming up.
Right. He gets in the Batmobile, drives back into the city, goes back to the crime scene, busts open the door. Boom! You were my friend, he says. You didn't take anything except my life.
He lifts up the bed violently. And now there's floorboards that he's going for. You couldn't take the bed you sat on. You couldn't take the feeling with you. Everything you wanted was still in the fabric of this room, the smell of another person, the echo of their voice. Why would anyone look under the floorboards? And there was somebody under the floorboards saying, I was lonely.
To be continued. Dude. Creepy, creepy, creepy. My question, is this Ed?
I don't know.
Do you think that's Ed? Because the thought that we had before was that Alfred did it.
Because it makes sense.
Right.
Instead of, like, it'd be an easy switch of the names. Like, oh, I'm Ed, not
right.
Alfred.
Not Alfred, but Ed. Not Edward.
Yeah.
Ed. What a easy way to, cloud your whole thing. The fact that the whole scene was cleaned. Mm-hmm. The way that Alfred knew that it was a death. What do you call it?
Was it unexplained?
Yeah, unexplained death. How would he know that? No one had been in the room.
Yeah, and the two people that had called 911, unless there was a third that we're not aware of,
right?
Both said that nobody answered.
No one was in there. No one went in. So how do you know it was an unexplained death? Alfred knew.
Yeah.
How? How did he know this? There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
That's
12 issues.
Yeah, the Batman's Grave. I think this is going to be one of the next big things. Up there with Long Halloween, up there with the popularity of Hush. Mm-hmm. This one,
the creative team is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
you could not ask for topper notcher talent.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you guys for being our Patreon members. We thoroughly appreciate you watching. Tell a friend, bring a friend on, buy it as a gift. Get them some access to this greatness because it is great.
Yeah, you'll regret it if you don't.
We might be in your floorboards because we're lovely.
Mm-hmm.